Hey peeps, this is Georgie Porgy of Night Sky Ministries Tarot Reading. How y'all been doing? Today we're gonna see if we can have a ghost session. I don't know why, but camera's been acting weird lately. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I guess it's a light sensor or something. Yeah. All right. So today we're doing a ghost session. We'll see if anything happens. Sometimes it happens, sometimes nothing happens. Like there can be times where I'm asleep uh in the living room and nothing happens at all. Hey Sonia, how's it going? And you guys smash that like button, and if any of you guys have had any paranormal experiences at Earpad, leave the comments down in the comment section below. Comment everything about what you've experienced at your pad. Yep. So, there we go. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Technical difficulties. Yeah. So, you guys, we'll start on the down a little bit. What I'll most likely do is just turn off all the lights completely, and we'll have like one light, like just one little light like this, just so you guys can see what's going on, since this camera right here is being fucking weird. And basically all you do is just talk to them, like, hello, is anything here, is anything want to communicate? Most of the time you ain't even got to do any of that. If they're here, man. They're not there all the time though, but I mean, you'll hear stuff. Sometimes it sounds like someone ran through here, like right here, like a kid, like just run, like. Yep. You say that. Hi, anyone there? Is anything here? Or anyone here that wants to communicate with us right now? And then like, you'll hear. Can you guys hear that? Kind of sounds like scratching on the wall or some shit. Yeah, little things will happen here and there. Sometimes here what happens is the faucets get turned on by themselves and then turned off, so you'll hear like and then yeah. So my house is haunted. It's just sometimes things happen, sometimes things don't. Like there's been things that have happened during some of the sessions where I'm doing card readings. Sonia says she heard it. And who are they? There's a few of them here, a few of them. But what's it called? During the card reading sessions, you'll hear. See, it went out by itself again. And things like that have been happening lately. Like, I was playing. I was killing zombies earlier this morning. On my PlayStation, and what's it called? During the middle of the game, it signed me out of the PlayStation Network twice, and then it turned my internet off completely twice, and then it turned around and it turned the TV off. I guess it didn't want me playing the damn video game this morning or some shit. Probably wanted to watch something scary, because after a while I gave up, and I just like, because I don't have cable. I just have internet. So I tested my theory out and threw on. I don't remember if it was Netflix or if it was Amazon Prime, but I threw on some scary shit and stopped turning the internet off. So I was like, all right, that's what it wanted. But yeah, things will happen here and there. Like when my nephew was here and we were talking about it, you heard her in the kitchen mumbling. We were talking about the lady that cries in the kitchen real ugly. You heard her mumble something, but we didn't understand what she said. It just sounded trippy, like something trippy like that. It didn't make sense, but you can hear clearly it was a lady, and you can hear her clearly, like in back of us right there. Yeah, it doesn't like us talking about it, I guess, because even during that video, if you watch it, it skips and everything. Um, during like us conversating, it looks like it's cut pieces when we were live, and it was just skipping on its own. Whereas like other sessions, you see, it doesn't do that. I had a whole session here, um, with one of the members of Night Sky Ministries. Um, uh, our homie Sergio, him and his sister Gigi had came from Vegas, and they visited for a while, and we had a whole live session. Like I think it was like for 2 hours. And then when we turned around and looked, because it was recording, like all three of us seen it said recording, and what's it called? It said live and all that, right? So the whole time it's like as if we're talking to you guys and stuff, and then at the end of it, when I went to go press done, it glitched and acted weird, and then was like as if it was loading, and then nothing. You seen that there was data. You seen that it was like so much data, so that information was in what's it called, that file, but it couldn't play and it wouldn't play, and you could click on it all you want and everything, it wouldn't play. It was like as if something did not want what we were saying to be known publicly. And we talked a lot about like some stuff that maybe some people wouldn't want mentioned, you know. Certain groups of people wouldn't want mentioned either. And yeah, it was badass. Sipping on some coffee right now. It has some caramel and chocolate mixed in it, and some Snickers creamer. But yeah, man, this house is trippy. Like my when we did a live show, and it was my cousin Sky and her homie here. Sky was kind of pissed off that nothing ever happens when she's here, but I explained to her, and I explained to everyone else that asked, like, it's random. It's rare that you get to say, "Hey, ghost, do some shit," and then they just start doing it. Like here, it's little things, and then if it wants to, it'll do big things. You know, like you'll hear it breathe all weird, like trippy, almost like someone did a hardcore like DMT or salvia hit, and they're just like laying there with their eyes all fixed into nothingness, and like they blasted off to another dimension, and their body's just fucking like on like autopilot, and you hear like trippy to where I had to yell, "Shut the fuck up!" But then again, there's lots of times where what's it called, when I've had to yell, "Shut the fuck up." And sometimes actually like 99% of the time they listen to me. There's always that 1% every once in a while where it'll stop and then it'll start doing it again just to fuck with me. Um, Sonia asks, "What would what would happen if I was at your home? Would they scare me? Just curiosity. It just depends. It's different for everyone. I've had people here and nothing happened, and I didn't even have to tell them that my place was haunted. There's times where I wait because if I most of the time if I tell someone, "Oh yeah, my place is haunted," they either think I'm fucking crazy or they believe me and they don't want to be around that shit because they've seen too many fucking movies and shit. And to them, like, oh, I don't want nothing attached to me, or oh, I don't want, it's too many movies they've seen. Just like I've been asked about tarot cards, and is it bad to read on the Sundays? Like, well, no, every day's a different day. You can read any day you want. It's all in the person's mind, their intentions. But um as far as it happening, like, hey, do something right now. Nah, only every once in a while it'll listen. You could even ask it a knock, yes or no questions you could ask, and one knock is for yes, two knocks is for no. But it doesn't mean it's telling you the truth when you're asked, when you're playing around like that. Whether it's a Ouija board or what's it called, just communicating with them, it doesn't matter. It just, if it wants to, it will. If it doesn't, it won't. And just the same as like playing Ouija board. Ouija board ain't always gonna work. Sometimes there's just no goddamn spirits around. There's nothing. And even if there is, if they don't feel like it, they'll just stand there and laugh at your ass wanting to play and shit. You know. But shit, we used to have a Ouija board on our kitchen table all the time. I remember growing up and that having a Ouija board there and shit. And I've mentioned plenty of times where like we've told our friends and stuff, and some of them didn't care, and they came over and tripped out on it moving by itself and shit. I wish my niece Renee was here so she could tell you that shit. That shit was badass. For some people, they think, "Oh, that's crazy," and it just depends on how you grew up. You know, fuck for a lot of us, growing up in the goddamn circus is fucking crazy, but to the person growing up in the circus, it's fucking normal. Being stuck to one house and fucking paying fucking bills and taxes and shit might be crazy to them, whereas they're fucking used to traveling all the time and not staying in one place. And so it's not really crazy to me. For me, it's exciting and I'm at awe with it. Um, I don't give, like, how would I word it? I don't give it too much attention all the time because doing stuff like that's fucking boring to me. Like, I love chocolate, but I ain't gonna eat fucking chocolate every day. I love pizza. I ain't gonna make my homemade pizza every damn day. And I love cheeseburgers, but I ain't gonna make no goddamn cheeseburgers every day, or anything else that I like. I'm not gonna do it all the time. Just just the normal stuff, like what everyone else does, masturbation and stuff. Yeah, brushing your teeth and shit like that. Yeah, but as far as like fucking around with the spirits every day like that, nah. I do invocations every day though, and for different things for people I care about. What's it called? I do it for money, luck, love. Basically, uh, because of, I am what I am. I do that every day. But it's the same as everyone else. Everyone fucking prays for something every day. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, you do. When you're at the light, that's the stoplight, and it's on red. Oh, I wish it would hurry up. That's the same shit. That's the same shit. Sonia says, "You helped me to be protected." Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I do quite a bit of trippy stuff like that. I say trippy only because I can. I know it's fucking trippy for some people. I don't think it's crazy. It's trippy because it's different, but I don't say crazy though. But nothing's happened so far except for the scratching you guys heard. Shit, the other day, I wish I had a camera on. Like it literally sound like a kid running back and forth, like in back of me, and what's it called? Like through the hallway, in back of me, and into the kitchen, and then back. From the kitchen through right in back of me and through the hallway and shit. It sound fucking crazy. It didn't sound um it didn't sound like when an animal runs, or it didn't sound anything. It didn't sound like anything that had to do with like a four-legged creature. It sounded like a fucking kid, not even a grown up. A grown up, the footsteps would have been heavier and shit. This sounded like a kid running back and forth. It sounded like maybe like the kid, a kid maybe like the size of a 6 or 7 year old. Anywhere from 5 to 7 years old. That's about the size it sounded like, and it was running back and forth. No laughing sounds, no talking, and if there was, I didn't hear it. Could have maybe heard it on EVP. That's the next thing. That's my next goal, is to get something to start recording EVP on. That's electric voice phenomenon. It's when you have a little like uh, recorder going, and you ask questions, and you ask one question at a time, and each question you can allow up to like 10 seconds before you ask the next question, so that way if there's any answers you'll hear it. Whereas I've seen some dumbasses asking shit, and it's like, shut the fuck up so they can fucking answer and you can hear them. But yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't do this naturally. They did this because they seen it on TV, or heard someone doing it, so then they started doing it. Me and my group of friends growing up, I mostly hung out with just my band members. If I hung out with other people, it was because it was during school, or we were ditching, or at a party or some shit. But it was mostly with our guitarist David that I hung out with, and we did uh, a lot of rituals, a lot of experiments with calling on things and stuff, and even with Night Sky Ministries. It's the only people I hung out with really was just mostly Night Sky Ministries and my band, which is also called Night Sky Ministries. But yeah, even even at like school and stuff, same shit. If I hung out with you, it's because I thought you were cool, and because we smoked a fucking joint or something together, or ditched together. But yeah, we I'm hearing some talking in the hallway. It sounds more like whispering though. Like it's weird. It's like faint, uh, you don't hear them talking like I'm talking. It sounds like like whispering. Uh, is anything here that wants to communicate with us? I mean, I know there is, but do you want to communicate with us? If so, give us a sign, like knock on something, move something, walk around, do something. You have permission to let yourself be known right now. But after this session is done, everything goes back to normal. Yep, yep, yep. And it's probably busy doing some other shit right now. And it's not just one thing, there's a few things here. Yeah. And then sometimes the lights turn on and off by themselves. Yep. What I get a kick out of is how it used to be like real fucking like how would you say it, would it be auditory would be the word, like where you can hear it talking. uh it would when it would mimic us. What the hell? It would mimic us and pretend to be us and say our names and stuff. I always thought that was cool as fuck. uh a lot of my friends didn't though. So a lot of my friends wound up either not coming back to my house. Though that was just my phone, guys, that made that electrical sound. But yeah, some of my friends wound up not coming to my house. Some of my friends wound up not being my friends anymore because they fucking got scared from watching too many fucking movies. There we go. There we go. It turned back on by itself again. Yeah, I have no control over what's it called, the camera on here. It just turns on and off. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, see, I can shake it all I want. If it was like something loose in there that would turn it off and on, yeah, it would turn off and on random, like, while I'm shaking it. But see, see, it'll just do it by itself. There's nothing wrong with my laptop at all. It's the house. There's been times when, oh yeah, the other day we were live and my brother Josh hit me up. See, there it goes. It was me and Andy. My brother Josh hits me up on my phone, I think it was, to let me know that, hey, it's cutting out and it's lagging. You have some latency going on, and yeah, I looked and it said that there was something wrong with the internet connection, and what's it called? The stream would go on again as soon as it cleared up. And yeah, man, we tripped balls because, I mean, even the TV has Wi-Fi, and we had the TV on but on pause, and so I pressed play and it was playing. Had it been the internet connection, then the TV would have been like, trying to load so that way it could play. No, it wasn't doing that. What's it called? It didn't even like sign us out or nothing. It was logged in and everything was normal. It was the stream that was being fucked with for the live stream for our podcast. So yeah, it was pretty trippy. I think it's trippy right now that this laptop is acting up by itself because there's lights. You see in back of me, the kitchen light is on, and right here, the TV light is on. Let me see. I'll turn the laptop so you can see the TV. You see? Most of the time, I just chill here. I really want to have some fun when I'm bored and there's nobody around, and I ain't fucking playing with myself like, and what's it called? I ain't making something to eat or fucking watching something. Yeah, I'll do little ghost session and trip balls here and shit. I think it's trippy, especially when it used to fucking breathe weird, all like all trippy and shit. If I can, that shit was cool. Let's see. Oh, Sonia has her earphones on. Yeah. But pretty soon, we'll see if tomorrow, if we have like actual like sit down hardcore session where we turn everything off. We'll even make it all like what's it called, dramatic, and turn on fucking candles or some shit and make it all badass and actually like do a real hardcore fucking ghost session and have some fun. And then my cousin Sky's supposed to come down and visit. She's picking up some stuff from here because she's moving to Oregon. And so, what's it called? Ooh, spooky. And so, what's it called? We might have a session at my cousin Cassidy's house. Because I'm supposed to check out a particular room at her pad. They just moved into this pad about 3 months ago, and now her kids are saying that they don't want to sleep in their room because there's some old guy that's there that fucking scares them and shit. And yeah, they've experienced a lot of stuff, especially hearing walking and stuff in there. And so we're gonna have some fun messing around with that, and I'll make it leave and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. Sometimes cool stuff happens, sometimes nothing happens. So we'll see. But man, if you guys do experience anything, write that down in the comment section, the comment section below, so that way we could what's it called, have some fun, maybe even read them off in one of the live shows and stuff. But let me know if any of you guys want to come out on here and tell your ghost stories. Let me know so that way we can have some fun and do that. Yeah. Well, guys, let's see. This is what I'm going to do for now. I'm going to turn off the kitchen light and I'm going to turn off the TV. And we'll sit here and see what happens. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put the laptop to the side. And I'll turn off everything so we can hear, so we can see if we hear some pitter patter of some ghostly feet, or if nothing happens and we're just sitting here like idiots in the dark having some fun. Oh, this coffee's so good. All right, I'll be back. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. All right. Ah, there, there we go. All right. Is there anything here or anyone here right now that wants to communicate with us by making noise, knocking, scratching, talking, however you can communicate? If you want to and if you can, just go ahead and do it right now. And we'll be listening. Screen turned off. And I won't provoke them here, only because sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's my grandpa. You never know; it could be my dad or my mom. And then there's Tommy, and then there's like a couple of wicked things that watch over the house here. Yep. So I won't provoke it like a dick, but I will keep talking. See if it responds to me. Hello? Can you make more noise? Nah, it's probably ain't gonna do shit now. Just because. Ooh. If you guys see anything in back of me, let me know. So that way, like, I can write down what time it was, so I can later on edit this, just cut everything out and like just show the different times where like you guys have seen stuff, and like, we can spot them out and stuff. So if you see anything in back of me, yeah, let me know. Just comment that down in the comment section below. I think I seen something right here move. I'm not sure. Yeah, we've gotten some crazy pictures here too. I remember my mom and dad sitting right here in the living room, my dad on his recliner, and what's it called? My mom sitting next to him on the couch, and they're holding hands, and you see like two sets of eyes in the hallway looking down this way, and they're just like pure yellow, like cartoonish, like someone colored yellow in someone's eyes. And cats aren't like that. You can see like there's a reflective lens when you're looking at cat eyes and there's light. No, these were like two sets of cartoon yellow eyes looking towards this way, leaning over from the the opening of the restroom, like where I guess the doorway, and where the door frame is, like leaning outwards. Like if this is the door frame, they were leaning outwards like this, looking towards the living room, and there was two sets of eyes, one up here and one down here, and it looked like as if whatever was looking over here was only like about 4 feet tall, maybe about 4 feet tall, 3 or 4 feet tall. Yeah. And we didn't have any dogs or big dogs uh, in this house at that time. At that time, it was just us. Um,
Guess you still want to get those two G's?
yeah.
You just gotta wait.
All right.
because that's not weed.
All right.
Some more too. They're called tops.
Tops. That's what the strain is called.
No, tops. That dude, the big dude that used to like destroy him. No, this is gelato.
Oh, you're talking about my homie Lester? If you guys are in the valley and you guys want to pick up some good medical grade marijuana and THC products and CBD products, hit up Tops. That's what it's called. Tops Dispensary. You can find them on the what's it called? Marijuana site. What's it called? Weed Maps. You guys go to Weed Maps and look up Tops if you're in the valley, okay? It's my homie Lester. Shout out to Lester. I miss you, bitch. I'll probably see you tomorrow. If unless my cousin Sky comes down. If my cousin Sky comes down, you ain't gonna see me tomorrow. You'll just wind up seeing us on our YouTube channel right here at my cousin fucking Cassidy's house in El Centro doing a ghost session. Oh, Cali Mike's Barbecue, what's up, bro? He says that Lester named Tops after the Tops bar we had here. He says that's the homie. Yeah, man. We had some crazy cool bars here. They burnt them down for fucking insurance reasons. Everybody knows that. Same reason why they burnt down Planners. Fucking, it wasn't worth the shit. And the only way they were going to be able to do anything with it is if they fucking burnt it down and claimed the insurance and shit. Oh, it was arson. Yeah, motherfucker, it was arson. Whoever the fuck he paid for it to be fucking arson. And I don't give a fuck. It's the United States. We have freedom of speech. And if I'm right, then fuck yeah. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Ooh, shit, they burnt down. It was just a coincidence, though. But I don't believe in coincidences. But you know what? Right now that we're waiting for some damn ghosts, I'm going to smoke a few loads, okay? And I'm going to smoke them in the dark. I'm also going to do a couple things. But let's listen in to see if there's anything. I mean, of course, you're going to hear the lighter. Of course, you're going to hear me. But if there is anything, it's going to be something different. Like it's going to sound like a cabinet, or it's going to sound like fucking, that was my phone. All right. But it's going to sound like a chair being moved. That's one thing it fucking loves in the kitchen. You'll hear it a lot. And randomly, too. It's not like at a certain time. You will hear a chair move like as if someone's moving it out, and you'll hear them sit in it. Or else you'll hear it get picked up and drop. Boom. It's trippy, man. I think the whole Imperial Valley's trippy like that. I've heard that there's a fucking wannabe Yorona here and fuck shit. And you'll see her when you're fucking cruising and shit, and she wants you to pick her up. And if you don't pick her up, you see her in your rearview mirror. Yeah, that's some fucking wannabe Yorona shit that they used to tell me. Just like the story my mom told me about my grandpa. And I have my grandpa Adolph's fucking license for when he was a taxi driver. So, huh? Yeah, it's right here. But yeah, fucking my grandpa was a taxi driver here. My mom told me that my grandpa came home one day and they weren't scared. It was their friends that were always scared of this shit. But my grandma, Terry, and my grandpa Adolph fucking they just put it this way, they knew what the fuck they were doing, you know. And my mom had told me that what's it called? My grandpa was, I guess he had dropped someone off in like Calexico or El Centro. And what's it called? Oh, take it off. Yeah. Pick that up and I'll recalibrate it. Well, I guess he dropped someone off in El Centro or some shit like that. And he was coming back on the old Highway 111, not the Highway to 111 that everyone fucking speeds down like 85, 90 miles an hour and shit. And then gets mad because I'm doing fucking speed limit. And then I fucking flip them off when they fucking honk at me. Fuck no, not that one. The old one. The one where nobody really goes down through except for like tractors and sheriffs and fucking farmers and fuckers like me that fucking don't give a fuck about speeding and shit and like to save gas and not want to get tickets and shit. Yeah, that one. Well, I guess my grandpa was driving down that one. And yeah, I'll try it now. And on his way back, he's seen some lady. And I guess she was like hitchhiking or some shit, right? Anyways, he pulls over and lets her in. You know, and what's it called? She gets in the back, starts driving towards town, and she tells him to turn down this way, right? And this was before the new Highway 111, so it's the old Highway 111, and before you hit Malin, I guess there was this canal road you could turn down, and there was houses down there, and right when he drove up to the house, like towards the house, she says that one right there. He pulls over and looks at the rearview mirror to, you know, I guess he was gonna ask her a question or some shit. I forgot how my mom said it because it's not word for word. I'm just telling you what I remember. And he didn't see her in the rearview mirror. He turns around and he didn't see her, so he gets out and looks around, and she's not around. So he gets back in his car and drives back home over here, and tells my mom that story and shit. So yeah, that was a cool story my mom used to tell me about my grandpa being a taxi driver. It's like, I guess you have to make sure when you're picking someone up that they're alive. All right. And Kitty, you're too spoiled. And so yeah, man, a lot of shit like that would happen around here. I've had neighbors tell me about their stories. Even the next door neighbor right here. Mikey says, I see something ugly in the background. It's not me. You sure you don't see me? It's not just my face you're looking at. Oh, never mind. It's yeah. It was him. Yeah, man. Even random things that have happened here that happened once and never happened again. Like never happened again. Like there was this one time, I was in my room, and it was this room that's closest to the living room, and the door was open, the lights were off, and I'm just sitting in there, and I'm listening to music. And I could have sworn this really bright light in the restroom starts to shine, and it started as dim and then got really bright and then just boom disappeared. And I thought it was badass because at first I thought it was a flashlight. I was like, oh great, that's cool. My dad brought home a new flashlight, because we used to go fishing a lot. And no, nobody was here, man. Nobody was here. It was just a random, like, something that happened and it never happened again. But I'm not the only one that has seen that, though, here in this house. And my dad has seen that, and my mom's seen it before. Kitty, stop being a distraction, Kitty. You don't need attention that bad right now, Kitty. No, you don't, Kitty. You don't need any attention, Kitty. I give you guys enough attention, Kitty. Spoiled ass kitties. Not even the dogs ask for that much attention, Kitty. But yeah, man. At least if you guys go back and listen when I first started the session, you guys will hear the weird scratching noises that was happening. Yeah, different things happen here, and it doesn't matter if it's nighttime or daytime, man. It doesn't care. It does whatever it does when it wants to do it. And sometimes it'll answer you. It will answer you. There's been times where, like, oh, my nephew that was talking to me right here. There's this one time he was in the restroom. I forgot what he was doing, getting ready to leave somewhere or something, but he started singing a Nirvana song. And he had a tape recorder with him, and he was singing it. And all of a sudden you hear a deeper voice. What's it called? I think it was Polly Wants a Cracker, because you heard the deeper voice singing with him all, "Isn't me, heaven sees," like trippy, while he's singing it like in the correct octave and everything, you know. And when it happened, it tripped everyone out here that was here, because everyone heard it. Turns around and plays it, and yeah, it was on the voice recorder. You can hear it loud and clear. Singing "Polly Want a Cracker" with from Nirvana with my nephew. And yeah, one of our cousins took that dumbass fucking Javon. Fuck you, Javon. I love you. But yeah, Javon fucking took that when it was. I think he had left it in my van. And they were messing around in my van, and I think he seen it and took it. But there's all kinds of stuff that we could have that was hardcore evidence of the paranormal. Like hardcore. Like this video my niece Renee has. One of these days she'll come out on the show, and I'll make her talk about it. And if I'm at her house, I'll make her throw it on for you guys. But they're in Oregon. And that gravity hit goes out to all of you motherfuckers. But yeah, they were in Oregon, visiting her mom. This is when my sister Jessie was living there. And it's not like it was just that house, because they have pictures. It's daytime. And in those pictures, it looks nighttime. And at first, I thought they were messing with me when they told me, no, it was daytime. It's just in the cameras, it looks nighttime. Until I watched the actual home video. And it was my niece, Nunu's birthday. I think she was 3 years old or 2 years old. Well, anyways, they're filming, and you see it's daytime. All of a sudden, you hear like and and it looks nighttime. But when the camera like kind of points up a little bit above, like a little bit above the fence line, like 3 feet above the fence line or so, you see it's daytime. But all inside of the fence line.
it looks all nighttime. That's the best I can describe it, man. Because you'll see it, like you'd see it in the pictures also. You've seen different things though. Like you've seen this something that was trying to look like my niece Nunu. You've seen what we were calling the red man for a while, because it was a almost like a red silhouette of a man, standing like towards like the end of the yard next to the fence, looking at them messing around and having fun. Also, there's another picture where you see the neighbor's house. I think it was in back of them, because they're taking pictures all around, and it's of the kids or of everyone that's there, but you can see the background, of course. So if you look past them and you look at the background of this particular picture, you'll see the neighbor has a really big fucking window like I do, and the curtains are open, and you see like as if it's someone in a fucking cloak looking at them, but there's no face. It just looks like a black shadow in the shape of a cloak, but the lights are on in the living room. It's just, it doesn't look normal and it doesn't look human. It looks like a shadow that you can't see through, that doesn't bend on the walls like shadows are supposed to. Like if a person was a shadow, a really thick, really, really, really dark black shadow standing there looking out the window. No feet and no face. I forgot about mentioning the feet. There's no feet and no face. And it's just hovering there looking out the window. This other picture, it's like it looks like smoke. And what's it called? When you actually like look at it, like at first glance, you think, oh, it's smoke, but it's nighttime, supposedly. It's dark, but it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But they're in the yard, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. These these pictures that they had that looked like it was smoke, when you actually look at it, you see the face. It's kind of cartoonish. I don't know why some of these things look cartoonish, but it looks like a little girl with a wicked smile, and the face is looks like it's all made of smoke and like it's cartoonish, but it's a skull face looking kind of thing. Kind of like if you still had your skin, but you lost all your muscle matter, and what's it called? All that was left was like your skin and your skeleton. So that's kind of like what it looked like. At the same time, it was like cartoony style, but made out of what looked like real smoke. The smoke didn't look cartoonish. The figure, like the shape and the way this thing looked cartoonish. That's the best way I can describe it. The thing that looked like Nunu, there was 3 of them around her, trying to look like her, making like trippy faces, and it's not her. Yeah. There was also something that was you start seeing like different figures and stuff, like a witch's face, or what like would look like how they would make a witch on TV. Almost like they were just like those things were just fucking around with different fears that people had maybe living there. And you see like where they're walking up to a table, and you can see under the table, and it looks like this weird, like darker than dark black type of like bird looking thing looking up at the camera, and it looked like it had weird human eyes, like weird.
and what's it called? It just stayed looking at it. But of course, at that time, whoever was filming couldn't see what was there. Otherwise, they would have been like, "What the hell is that?" Let me see. Cali Mike's barbecue. My mom's sister, when they were small and lived at my grandpa's, said she saw the devil in the big tree in the back when she was dumping out the poop from the buckets. They used to shit back then. Yeah, because they had like an outhouse, or yeah, they didn't have fucking run what's it called, plumbing, like running water and shit, really, or sewage or some shit. It had to be like outhouses, or you shit in a bucket or some shit. That's a trip. Right now, I wish I wasn't talking. The water turned on and off. It turned on for a little bit and then turned off. Yeah, I wish I wasn't talking. It probably would have picked it up. And that wasn't paranormal. That was just my phone. Someone hit me up right now. Probably want a tattoo or something. Oh, and then another thing they were telling me was, I guess my nephew, the one we call Hellhammer, his room was in the basement, and there was another door from the basement that led to, I guess, the backyard, and they were in the basement chilling, talking and stuff, and all of a sudden the door fucking like opens and then starts swinging back and forth, like as if someone's there, like almost gonna close it and then open it, but swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it tripped them out. But my nephew had told my niece Renee, well, his sister, that what's it called, that happens often and stuff, and that's why he just like turns on the TV and puts the music up and just ignores it. But yeah, all the pictures came out trippy there. Even pictures that should have came out normal looking, uh, like they're in the living room and it's a picture of someone just sitting there smiling, and instead of it looking normal, it's all like blurred and trippy looking, and the face don't really look like their face. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty soon I'll make my niece Renee come out on the show so she'll talk about some of that, but her and Hellhammer don't like talking about that stuff really. Like they will, but they don't really like to. I do. I trip out on it. I love it. I've seen trippy shit, man. Like trippy shit. And a lot of times I wasn't by myself. A lot of times it was someone with me, and I was glad only for the fact that I could always turn around and be like, "Dude, didn't that happen?" And they would have to say, "Yeah," because fucking that was the truth. If not, fucking they they were really bad liars. The person that was with me most of the time, and if they were lying, you would be able to tell. They were really bad liars. Like they sucked at lying. So yeah, I was glad I always had a witness with me and shit whenever something would go down. Like trippy shit, man. Um I remember reading a binding over an object that I had in my hand that I wanted to catch um, this thing with, and I read it out loud, and it sounded trippy, when I guess it you I guess you just bind it to whatever object. It could be something that you put inside of a bottle, and you seal that bottle, and um, say there's someone that, or let me see, for example, say it's someone that you don't really care about, and you don't want anything really bad happening to them, but you really want to trip them out, and make things to where like you can hear about it and laugh later. uh you do a binding like that. You put whatever object it is inside of a bottle, seal that up, and then when you're ready, you go to wherever that person lives, and you throw it in. If it was a glass bottle, shit, throw it in the driveway in their front yard. And it's gonna be a small ass bottle, though. It's not gonna be like, oh, something just messed around inside the kitchen right now. But it's not gonna be a big ass bottle. It's gonna be small. Almost maybe almost the height of a medical marijuana container that can hold like 3.5 grams, or 4 grams, filled up to the top, or something. Almost like as tall as that, and whatever object you use, it can be a crystal, it can be a basically anything. You could even maybe use the bottle itself, and then once you do the binding over it in the presence of whatever is there that you're trying to capture, uh, you just cap the bottle off, and you go to the place where you want to release it. You throw it and let it break open, and it's cool when it's inside that uh, those type of people's properties, because then it it's almost like, uh, say you have say you have an animal that you don't want around in your yard, but you don't want to kill it, so you catch it and then you go and release it. You know? Well, it's kind of like that, only you're releasing it to a place that it's gonna haunt, or cause a ruckus. And, what's it called? Do some trippy stuff. Mikey says, "Hell to the no! I'm a pussy. I'll run." Oh, dude! And when I did that, it was trippy. Like, it made a sigh. Like, it sounded like almost like an old man. Uh, like trippy, trippy, trippy. And it was like this dark shadow that like filled up one wall, like the wall that's facing the south of the room, the wall that's on the south side of the room. um it looked like just like a big old shadow, like the whole wall was a shadow, and then like shrunk downwards towards the ground. uh what's it called, towards the corner by let me see, it would be the, if you're facing the door, it would be towards the left side of the door. And then nothing, like it literally felt like the room took a shit. Like, you like it felt empty, like there was nothing in there. Even with the bed and everything still there, it felt empty. And what's it called, afterwards, this person that really made me mad, that I didn't care too much about, that kind of lived close to our guitarist at the time. Um, when I went for band practice, when we went to go get beer, on the way back from getting beer, we cruised by and yeah, I threw that bottle out and it broke. And later on, because he knew some people that we knew, and we didn't tell anybody. It was just us two that knew. Later on, someone that our guitarist knew said that they were experiencing some trippy shit, and what's it called? It started out of nowhere. So basically, when David told me that, I was like, yeah, it worked. So it does work. You can do a binding over an object, and in this case it was a bottle, and I had a certain sigil written on the paper, and it was rolled up and put in that bottle, and that's what was gonna contain that energy of whatever it was. And because I'm not gonna say it was a human spirit or if it was a deity or whatever it was. Whatever it was is what it was, and that's what got binded to that bottle. And when we went to go get beer, cruising on our way back, threw it in that person's yard, and it was a tiny bottle, so yeah, it broke. The only thing that was holding the top, that was plugging the top, was a cork. So it broke. Once it broke, that's it. It was released. We split after that. Whatever was in there stayed there, and of course, it'll get in. Sometimes you'll hear like 3 knocks on your door. Don't answer your door. Look out the window. And if you don't see anyone there when you hear those knocks, don't answer the door. Let's see. Kelly Mike's barbecue. Is there a way to see if someone put a curse on you or something? Yeah, there is. There's different ways to see. I know some occultists will use uh, eggs from a hen. There's different ways to check to see if there's anything on you. Uh, most ways you, most times, not most ways. Most times you can reverse all that just by the way you start thinking. Start to condition your mind to think positive again, especially for yourself personally. Start setting goals for yourself to reach. And just make yourself start doing it every day, little by little, until you reach your goals. Let's see. I remember my niece Renee telling me that when they lived at that house in El Centro that was haunted, and this was constantly active, unless you made it really mad. And what's it called? There's 3 different things there, and then the ghost of a cat. I heard it. I thought it was a real cat. It didn't sound like when my cat Incubus died, and it was meowing in the kitchen, and it sounded like they had a special effects sound on that fucking cat. Sound like Carol Ann in the original Poltergeist when she's saying "mommy," well, picture instead of a kid saying "mommy," it's a cat meowing. With that voice effect on her. That's what it sounded like in the kitchen. And what's it called? It sounded like as if there was a surround sound system. You could not tell where it was coming from. You could not tell where it was coming from at all. It sounded like it was coming from like all directions, like all weird. Well, they were there in El Centro, and my niece Renee told me that I guess someone that they knew had went to their pad with another person, and they had a candle on, and they were trying to communicate with that spirit there, and they were doing something dumb that really made it mad. And what's it called? My niece told me like it either made a loud noise or it like sighed really loud or something like "Rah," like I don't remember. I'll have her tell you guys when she's on the show. Uh and after it made that tripping noise, it what's it called? I guess you could see her like she was right there, and all the lights were off except for that one candle. And then boom, it turned the candle off, and they all screamed and fucking ran out. And I guess um, what's it called? The people that were there with her fucking split and left her there by herself and shit. But yeah, that thing was trippy. One of my other nieces was staying there, and what's it called? It did not like her. It did not like her at all. She was staying in the room that had a big window that was connected to the front porch, and that front porch um, was what's it called? It, it was a indoor porch, I guess you could say, because it was walled off, and instead of like windows, it had screens on it, and then I think the door had also had a screen door. If not, it was just a regular door, and then you would lock that, and then you would go up to your front door of the house, and what's it called? You could leave that unlocked if you wanted to, and what's it called? Just chill outside or go inside and lock the door and chill inside the living room, and no one would be able to ring the doorbell or knock on the door because the porch door was locked. So you would hear the porch door knock if it really was someone. If it was paranormal, the front door would knock. Or when my niece was staying in the room that shares the same window as the porch, you would hear it bang on that window, especially if she was in that room. You would hear it like boom or boom, boom, boom. And yeah, man, it was trippy. It did not like her. It would mess with her a lot too. And if there was people there that it didn't like, it would start up. Uh, it the girl didn't like kids. She would scare the kids and stuff. Have you watched when my nephew Hellhammer comes out with me talking about the ghost here at this house, and then the ones at that house that I'm talking about right now that they lived at, uh, you'll hear him mention some of that stuff there. But yeah, man, I like it a lot. So what's it called? I'm kind of um, I guess you could say still at awe with it, like still at awe. I don't obsess over it. I don't think about it all day, even though I live here at this house. I don't think about it all day. It's just every once in a while when something happens, then I'll remember, like, oh yeah, huh? But yeah, I've been sitting here for a while, and you can hear different things like right now it sounds like there's someone in the kitchen, and like there's scratching on paper or something, and then it stops. Too bad I ain't got a cool ass microphone, man. um, I got a nice little night vision camera, but if I want to like be able to have you guys see the whole room, uh, I need uh, what's it called again? Infrared illuminator. So that way, like we with our eyes wouldn't see it, but the camera would pick it up and it would show the room while we're sitting here in complete darkness to see if you would be able to see anything through the camera while we're sitting here. But yeah, that's all it really needs is just an infrared illuminator because well, the quality of the camera itself is good, but the quality of the lights for the infrared, for night vision, kind of sucks. It's only 6 lights that are around the camera lens. So with some type of infrared illuminator, like even if it was one of those torch lights, the flashlights that were what's it called, infrared, either the 800 one or the 900 one, that would light up the whole room. Like we wouldn't like the 800 one, yeah, you'd be able to see it, but the 900 one you wouldn't be able to see. It would still be dark to us, but to the camera it would light it up really good, so you could actually sit here in the dark and do a session. The next time it'll probably be like in the kitchen or something, because a lot of the activity happens in the kitchen, the restrooms, the hallways, and the rooms. But the living room, not really all that much, just different things randomly here and there. Like every once in a while you'll see like someone sit or feel someone sit next to you, um, or you'll smell a certain smell but only in one spot. And we don't have carpet, it's only tile. What happens if the bottle didn't break? Oh, you're asking about the bottle from what's it called, binding something to it and then releasing it at someone's pad that you don't really care about, and you want to fuck with them and like have some paranormal stuff start happening at their pad. If it doesn't break, well, still you would just leave it. You would just like leave it there. You threw it in their yard already, and you threw it in the place where they're gonna see it and pick it up anyways. They're gonna open the bottle if it didn't break, and they're gonna want to see what that paper is. And when they pull that paper out and unroll it, well, they just released what was in that bottle. And especially after pulling that paper out, they released it. So either way, yeah. That's why if you find any bottles that are capped and have stuff in it, or any mason jars in your yard while you're digging, don't open them. Don't break them. Just throw them in Moki's trash. Throw them in Moki's trash, yeah. Even if you don't live in our neighborhood, and come on down and to the east side and throw it in Moki's trash. Oh shit. Man. And my cousin, whose house we're gonna go and have the ghost session at, um they just moved in there, and they've been living there for 3 months, I think she said. And things had just started happening not too long ago. But when they first moved in there, it was okay. So we're thinking it might be furniture. Maybe I think she said it was a dresser that one of the kids' grandmas got. So they have it in there, and I guess basically the things only happen in there. Like you hear walking, and you see a shadow of someone and shit. Those things only happen in that room, nowhere else. So it might be the dresser that they got, if the kid's grandma got it from a flea market, or at a, what's it called, at a garage sale or whatever. That's that's most likely the reason. Things weren't if things had started happening when they received that as a gift. If things are happening already before that, then it was already there. It's feeding off of your kids' energies and your guys' emotions, and mostly like the fear, and like when the kids like throw fits and stuff like that. They get real emotional, and especially if they're really spoiled. Yeah, man. That's food. Yeah. That's why a lot of times you get what's it called, poltergeist activity, when you have a lot of kids around, or what's it called, uh, a lot of teenagers around, man. Teenagers and kids like going through puberty, or like kids, man. That's what's it called? They like that energy for some reason. And one of the theories is when it's like a trippy poltergeist, and then it just like goes away out of nowhere, and nothing ever happens again. Like supposedly that's something that one of the kids manifested. That's one of the theories. Yeah. Yep. Well, guys, this was fun, but we're gonna do this again, and I'm gonna be doing this more often, and I'm gonna be uploading videos. I did a video for my niece Nunu, and it's how to make iced coffee. It's like really simple, and I'm almost done editing it, because I have to cut a lot out, because I was taking long to explain what I was doing, kind of like what I'm doing right now, because I was stoned. And after I'm done editing it, might be tomorrow, I'll upload it and stuff. But yeah, now that I have a couple of cameras, and you're gonna start seeing more things, especially ghost hunting sessions, because of the night vision camera that I got, and the other camera that we're gonna use to will do like a flashlight. It was supposed to be night vision, but that's another fucking episode that I'm gonna have. Was never order shit from wish.com. Fuck wish.com. Wish.com, anybody from wish.com watching this, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck wish.com. The camera order was supposed to be night vision. They sent it. It says night vision on the motherfucker. But is it night vision? Fuck no. It's not night vision. There's no fucking infrared light on it. There's no night vision mode on it. Nothing like that. There's no fucking night vision. It sucks balls. The quality of it though, like it's a normal fucking, video recorder and shit. Like it doesn't even take fucking pictures. You press down and it acts like it took a picture, and when you go back to look at it, it says error. So basically I bought something I could have fucking got for like 12 fucking bucks, and it would have been fucking way better than fucking what I paid for fucking for this motherfucker. I think I paid $50 for this motherfucker, and it doesn't even have fucking night vision on it the way they fucking advertised it.